And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel.
Hi, and welcome to Radio Clés de Vie. Rita here to assist you during this mini program that we talk about communications, the good tools on communications, what is good and what is more good for us to be a good communicator. I am here accompanied with my daughter Marika, who will exchange a little bit on the different styles of communication and the different ways that we can communicate. Because I talked previously about generations. Do generations communicate in a different fashion? Is there really difference in their buzzwords or in the way that they establish the rapport with the other person? These are all questions that I'm sure that you've asked yourself once before. And with all the tools that I gave you previously, are wondering, how could I integrate those tools? And is there a way or a different way to do it with different generations? Well, we have the chance and opportunity today to have a live Generation Y. Generation Y is a generation that always asks, why? Why? So is there a good way to ask a question? Is there a good way to make them feel, or do they perceive people as good communicators? This is a little bit of the questions that we'll be asking or exchanging today. Hi, Marika. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. So, you're studying in what topics?
I study at the University of Concordia in Women's Studies. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. This is your first year?
This is my first year.
And also, you do a little bit of humor and comedy, I think, eh?
Yeah, I'm a comedian and actress.
Oh.
Half and half.
Oh, you're half a funny girl and half a not funny girl?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I was wondering, we talked about communication, and that's something that's really important for me, and a lot of the time I have the question, do different generations communicate differently? Do you find that there's a difference between like boomers, X and Ys, or in attitude, or in just the way they use words, or whatever?
Of course, there's a difference because there's always a difference between the age and the way they think and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the main difference, I think, it's sorry for the judgmental thinking, but I think that the older people are more like mind closed about other practices or other cultures or other like way of living.
Okay. What inclines you to have that perception? Like, is it because the way the communication is old school? And if we compare with all the Facebook and the networking today, like it's not the same kind of networking. Is that one of the differences that you perceived?
Well, it's all the same kind. I mean, we all use the same Facebook, we all use the same Instagram, the same Twitter, but we see the difference. Like we all have like with that one grandmother or like one aunt on Facebook, and we can see what she's posting, and she's not posting the same thing that I'm posting, and she's like, she doesn't kind of understand my humor, or like we can see it through social media, and they don't use they don't use it the same way that we do. So like maybe they're more like I use it for like communicating with others and to like politically and
to establish your point of view. Mm-hmm.
But like they use it for like commenting for photo or sharing photo of cute cats and things like that.
Okay, the fact that you guys use a lot of social media at this stage, does it also mean that when you're communicating one-on-one, is there like a certain rule of thumb that is established? Like when I was younger, we wanted to go see our friends, we just pick up the phone and call them up and say, hey, what you doing and where are you going? Okay, let's meet up. Is it the same process, or the fact that you have access to all that social media, is there like a protocol that's different?
There's more like texting than real talking, but it depends on what you see. Real talking, like the main like idea of real talking. I mean, for me, real talking is like either text or verbally or like a video. It's all talking, but it's different forms.
Okay.
like maybe the older generation think that talking is only like one-on-one
One-on-one.
person, real life talking. But for me, there's a lot of possibilities into talking.
Let's talk about talking. When you're texting or when you're like on the Facebook, the way that you're doing it, well, it doesn't really imply that you're in communication with the other person one on one. How does it make it? Is it a challenge when you get it like live with a real
But
person?
still, I'm one-on-one with the person, but with a text. I'm
Okay.
not like with all. Sometimes I could be in a chat group, but like when I'm one-on-one with the person, I'm one-on-one in the conversation with the person. You know.
Hmm.
So
So
for me,
you're cutting off the auditory channel, which is like the tone and intonation is not present in the conversation when we're just
yes,
texting.
of course they are. It is in the punctuation and the way you say things,
Okay.
and the conversation never start, but not never, but it don't always start like, hi, how are you? What did you like? Sometimes if I just want to tell my friend something, I just text a random things without thinking, hey, how are you? Like the usual.
Okay, so there's less sugar on the pie to sweeten the
There's
conversation.
less small talk then.
Oh, okay, and that's quite interesting that you're saying that there's less small talk, because obviously I've been hearing around that chat or messenger, it's like really short spurs of conversation, but short getting to the point, not like small talk,
Yeah.
preparing the table, setting the table.
No, like for example, if I want to know the opinion of my friend on the new Rihanna album, I'm just gonna tell her, hey, what do you think about the new album of Rihanna? And she's gonna respond, and that's gonna be it. Not like, hey, how are you? What did you do today? Hey, I have a question for you. What? Like, no,
That's too
this
long.
is a waste of time.
Too long. It's a waste of time, and at the same time, it's a way to establish a rapport. So either you guys are really, really keen on it, and you're able to establish it quickly.
Yeah, it depends on which people I talk. If I talk to my 45 years old person, I will not be like, hey, what's up? Like I do to my friends like 20 years old.
Okay, so there's difference in approaching,
Yeah,
depending on who's in front of you.
like in real life, like I won't go to my grandmother and say, hey, what's up? Like, no.
Okay, cool. And how do you recognize like somebody that has a positive attitude? Because we've been talking about previous episodes. What makes it a positive attitude? What makes it a negative attitude? What do we have to project to be projecting a positive attitude or a negative attitude? What is your input on that, Marika?
It depends on everyone. I mean, there's certain person that like they don't talk that much, but doesn't mean that they're negative or anything. Like I'm not that kind of person that talks a lot. But when I speak, sorry, it's straight to the point, and you're gonna know what I mean. Like I don't waste my.
Well, how do you make it that it's all not always perceived as aggressive or like too abrupt?
Just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just think before you speak.
Okay. So you get in a certain mindset.
Yeah.
What are you thinking before you're speaking that allows you to be, even though you're straight to the point, that allows it to like go smoothly? What would be one of your mantras, like your positive mantras?
Well, I think, how can I say this, or how can I say this in a way that they will understand, or how can I say this in a way that they won't be like attacked or something,
or offended.
Yeah. So how can I say it so it can be a good communication?
Okay, so the mindset of considering the other person beforehand speaking allows you to soften out the message.
Yeah, and that's why I think like social media are good, but sometimes people don't use it very well. But like when I write something on Facebook, let's say, I always think, can I write this on Facebook? Will this change something in people's mind? But sometimes people just write stupid things on Facebook, and you have to ignore it. But people say stupid things in life,
So the fact of getting yourself in a certain positive mindset allows you to spur out a positive message.
Yeah.
And when you're doing that, and you're communicating with the person, is there a certain attitude, physical attitude that you will like imply or you would like implore?
For a good communication?
Yeah, for a good communication.
Well, when people have the two arms crossed in front of me, I'm like, well, that's bad because they don't want to listen to me. Or
So what do you do? How do you position yourself? What are your, okay, I have a mindset.
usually, I like when I talk, I look into a person's eyes to like
Eye contact?
yeah, eye contact, or like that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not a
Do you
touchy
smile?
person. I don't smile that much, but
Okay.
I think people can see it into my voice or my way of saying that I'm not. It's not that I'm rude, but I'm just not a person that smiles a lot. So.
Okay. But when you see a person that's smiling, what does that tell you?
They think I'm funny, or
Okay. So that there's a connection and there's
Yeah.
an openness. It's a
of
positive
course.
thing.
Mhm.
Okay, so continue smiling, guys. It's a positive thing. Even though you don't smile a lot, it's important to do it. And what would be certain of? I'm curious to know, like, what are certain buzzwords that you guys use that implore that everything's okay, everything's cool, everything's going right, like.
But no, I don't think there's any buzzwords. It depends.
Thumbs up,
No,
got your back,
no,
glad to see you,
no.
I really like you.
I mean, when I'm in a conversation with someone, I always like set the place for like conversation.
Okay, how do you do that?
Well, I ask question about what the opinion of the person is.
Mhm.
If it's a different opinion than mine, I just like, oh, that's interesting. Like, we can talk about it. I want to know about it. If it's a good thing for me. If I can always learn from people. So.
Okay, so the mindset is I can always learn. I ask an open question because you're interested in knowing what the person
Yeah, because
thinks.
yeah.
And even though it's different, that you continue with the questioning, like, how is it different? So it's more open questions
Yeah, it's really open question.
that allows a conversation.
Because closed question like, doesn't allow any conversation, and that's kind of negative communication.
So yeah, okay, cool. Well, I'm really glad that you took this time with us today to share like your inputs and a little bit. It's a little bit like what we've been talking about, but put at a different level, which makes it really interesting. That the basic of communication, there's a mindset, open questions that allows us to communicate better in a better way or form, to be able to to perceive what's different. And once we perceive what's different, we're able to acknowledge and to say, oh, okay, it's not the only way. There's different ways to get to Rome. So thank you very much, Marika.
You're welcome.
And thank you for listening. Next week we'll be talking about different perceptions. Perceptions, how do they exist? Why are they there? How come people have different perceptions? Today we looked a little bit about generations. I invite you, if you have any questions or comments, you can always write me at c-pnl.com, or that's my website, and you can write me at coaching-u@hotmail.com. I'm really glad to read you. If you have any comments or suggestions, I'll be there. My name is Rita, and you're here for Clés de la Vie, and hope that you have a nice evening. Bye.
And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea.